So I heard you're designing your first home? How exciting! But let me tell you this is just the beginning. What awaits you next is a lot of fun and interesting challenges, especially during the design phase, which is a very critical phase. Because poor design does not only make your day-to-day life very uncomfortable, it can also be very costly. And who likes to be broke and uncomfortable? So in today's video, I'm gonna share 5 common mistakes that most people make when they design their first home. And of course, some tips and tricks on how to avoid that. So let's get started. Mistake number 1, choosing pretty over practical. I'm all about aesthetics, and I know who doesn't fancy a white marble kitchen top, bright white ceiling, white walls, and everything looks so elegant and fancy. You know, you want your house to look just like that magazine cover. But just a quick reality check. If you're going to live in that house, let's say for the next 10 years or 20 years, how long do you think that white countertop and white wall will last? Okay, no need to answer that. I can tell you from experience. Not long. It is very important that your house does not only look good, but it also looks practical with the lowest maintenance possible. In other words, we have to be realistic. An all-white palette throughout the house might look very Instagrammable, but before you know it, all your walls and countertops will turn yellowish, and stains or scratches will be more visible, and it's just not a good look. So ask yourself, are you willing to put the effort to maintain all that white palette? Or are you willing to invest in a fresh coat of paint every other year? Maybe not. So the solution here, try to go for an off-white palette, maybe gray, beige. These are great alternatives, and maybe you can even complement that with some earthy tones like wood or stone. Also, a quick side note, don't forget to take the climate in your area into consideration, because some materials tend to do better in certain climates than others. And because let me tell you, Mother Nature will have its own plans for your design. So just take some time to think about your material palette and finishes and make sure your design will stand the test of time. Mistake number 2, neglecting the flow. Wait. Before you get ahead of yourself and you start assigning rooms and everything, you should first think of circulation and adjacency, meaning how would you go through the house with minimal interruptions? Everybody has a different lifestyle, and every lifestyle requires a unique flow. Just imagine carrying heavy grocery bags and having to walk all the way across the house just to get to the kitchen. Or, even worse, stabbing your pinky toe with the sofa. I can feel the pain just thinking about it. So yeah, all that can be avoided if you just take a minute to think about your routine and how you will be using your space. Like the example of the groceries, ideally the kitchen should be placed near your garage to avoid those multiple trips back and forth. And same thing with the large furniture, like cabinets or sofas, they should not be in your way, and it's wise to leave a clear walking path. One tip here is, might be a good idea to first move in and test out a few layouts before you make any major commitment to a specific one. Mistake number 3, pushing everything against a wall. People's first instinct when getting a new furniture or putting a layout together is to push everything to the wall, leaving this huge empty space in the middle, and it's just not good. Don't do it. Pushing furniture against the wall shrinks the spaces and makes them feel a lot smaller than they actually are. Just if you pull the sofa slightly away from the wall, it instantly makes the room feel a lot bigger, makes it feel very airy, and like there is space to breathe. There are many ways to position. There are many ways to oh my god, why am I having such a hard time saying that word? Position. There are many ways to position your furniture, and with just a slight change, a room can have a totally different look. And let me know in the comments below if you want to know more about creative ways to place your furniture, and I will make sure to make a video about it next time. Mistake number 4, overloading the space. When designing a new space, most people get this urge to fill in every inch of the space with furniture or wall art or fixture, but sometimes that can backfire. More furniture can make the space feel suffocating and way smaller than it actually is. Trust me, you don't need a full wall of pictures and frames or a space full of cabinets just to make the space feel like it's lived in or finished. I mean, less is more, like my dear friend Ms. Vendor once said. So just figure out what's really necessary and what's not. Don't get too excited to go and purchase every new shiny piece of furniture. Just absolutely no rush to buy all of that before you move in. And remember, you can always add more furniture once you move in, so no need to waste that money. Mistake number 5, wasted rooms. We all want a game room, a gym, a home theater, but these rooms often end up being the dumping ground and they slowly turn into storage rooms. And I know you're hanging your clothes on that treadmill. I see you. So here is a tip for you. If you're planning to design a fun room, let's say, make sure that room can be easily transitioned from one type to another. Like, don't get those fixed seats for your home theater if you don't think you will use that very often. And that way, the room can be transitioned to a guest room. And all you need to do is add a cozy sofa and a bed, and voila, you just saved the room and you're not stuck with those fixed seats. So those were the 5 common mistakes I see first home owners make, and I know deep down we just all crave a space where we feel cozy and safe, and this is why a good design is so important. By avoiding these mistakes, your space will feel a lot warmer, cozier, and most importantly, functional. And trust me, a well-designed space affects your mood and your well-being more than you actually realize. So if you like to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and feel free to share it with your friend who might be looking for some design inspiration. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!